All right, welcome back to the channel. Great fight this weekend. Terence Bud Crawford showed exactly why he is a beast at 147 pounds. Terrific performance against Egis Kalvanakis. However, looked more than a little bit vulnerable. And look, man, that ain't no runaway fight between him and Errol Spence or him and Ugas or he and Sean Porter. But let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel, subscribers. If you are not subscribed, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. Also, thank you to everybody that joins the channel. I think the join button is down there. We got a bunch of new members for OG Boxing Talk level of membership. Thank you so much to the Patreons. We're putting up a new Patreon today. Also, thank you to everybody that comes to the live streams Monday through Friday and OG Boxing Talk. We had over 1,000 people in there at one time. On Sunday, it was an excellent show. I hope you guys will enjoy it. Will join us this Sunday with myself, Blood Boxing, KQKC Boxing, Trap House, and my man Curtis Anderson, the boxing historian. We also had a special appearance by Blue Blood Sports TV. Absolutely fun show. Hope you guys will come on Sunday. Now, let's get into this, man. First of all, I still believe Terence Crawford is a #1 pound-for-pound fighter in boxing. Showed a tremendous amount of skill, showed very solid power in knocking out Egis Kalvanakis. And hey, man, it's what I thought was going to happen in the fight. He dominated the guy. Now, he did, like, and I say this about Terence Crawford. I want to, first of all, I really want to make sure that I say that I think the dude did absolutely terrifically. With the situation with Terence Crawford is, it's a difficult one to talk about because I like him very much as a fighter. I think that I would have preferred if he did not sign with Top Rank, because that would have made it easier for us to see all the fights that we want to see in the welterweight division. It's very clear that the welterweight division is very heavily focused, you know, or controlled pretty much by the PBC, because most of the other two champions are with the PBC and most of the other top level welterweights are with the PBC. So it's going to be a little bit, difficult, or take some negotiation to make fights happen with Terence Crawford. Right now, I'm trying to say that, I'm saying that politely. I'm not calling the dude out of his name. I'm just stating it like it is. Some people like it. You know, some people will say that that's the case. Other people think that it shouldn't be the case, but it is what it is. That's the case. But talking about him as a fighter, this dude is a terrific fighter, an absolutely terrific fighter. Now, he did look a little bit vulnerable to me in that fight. Terence Crawford is getting in the welterweight division has been much more easy to, I wouldn't say much more easy to hit. He's been getting hit more and more in the welterweight division. This particular fight, he got hit in I think the fight was over in the 7th round, but through maybe 3 or 4 rounds, in the 2nd round, he got dropped. Now, was it a flash knockdown? Did he hit him at a funny angle, then kind of bump him a little bit to get him to the ground? Yeah, he could have. That could have been the case. But the way that I saw that he got wobbled by a punch, and then as a result, he went down, and both of his hands hit that glove. He tried to hold on to Egis Kalvanakis, and he went down. The ref called it a slip, so you know officially it is a slip. But to me, it was like, nah. I think he got knocked down. He also got hit. He also got hit with a good amount of jabs and straight rights, snapped his head back, and it was just a lot of contact that was made on Terence Crawford by Egis Kalvanakis. But Egis Kalvanakis did not have the punching power. He didn't have the variety to his game to continue to do anything with Terence Crawford. So Terence Crawford just kept imposing his will, kept walking him down, hitting him with big shots. The punch that really got Egis Kalvanakis up out of there was that sneaky uppercut that Terence Crawford has. So But again, that fight was a top level fighter against a guy that was he's an also ran. Okay. I'm in my comment section on Twitter and comment section on the videos. People are saying, well, that's Egis Kalvanakis. That's no slouch. That's Egis Kalvanakis. He's no slouch. He's a mid-level or upper mid-level welterweight. But he's not one of the top welterweights, and I'm sure there's several guys that I know that I can name that would have got Egis Kalvanakis out of there with the same at that time or earlier. And I will name them for you. Danny Garcia will get Egis Kalvanakis out of there. Or Danny's Ugas will get Kalvanakis up out of there. More than likely, Sean Porter will get. If Sean Porter doesn't get him out of there, Sean Porter is going to rough him up and beat him up. That's not going to be a close fight. Errol Spence Jr. is going to get that guy up out of there. Manny Pacquiao is going to get that guy up out of there. I'm telling you, I think that a young Jaron Ennis will get him up out of there. I think. More than likely, if Josh Taylor moves up to 147, Josh Taylor gets him out of there too. Egis Kalvanakis he's just a straight up and down, no special effects, tough fighter who struggled, and I do believe in his last fight against Ray Robinson, who I think was also a mid-level to lower upper level welterweight. This guy that Terence Crawford fought, the Green Machine, was not all that. And Bud decided that he was going to go for the knockout. Now, I'm not going to say that is going to transition into other people that he fights, where he's going to get hit a good amount, right? Because there is a possibility that he might fight a different style against an Errol Spence, or might fight a different style against a Sean Porter or Danny Garcia. That very well may be the case. But at the same time, I think it's reasonable to ask, will that be the case? Because Terence Crawford has been taking shots ever since he got to welterweight, with the exception of maybe the Jeff Horn fight. But he was taking shots he's took a considerable amount of shots against David Benavidez. And he is fighting, and I've been saying this about Terence Crawford. I've been saying this about Terence Crawford, but I got to make a little bit of a caveat, because he showed me something a little extra this time that I had not seen him do as long. Terence Crawford is a fighter. Terence Crawford can box, but Terence Crawford likes to fight. His personality is to get in there and mix it up and fight with you. And that's why he's getting hit, because he likes to fight. If you hit him, he wants to come in and hit you back. If he shows that tendency against Errol Spence Jr., Terence Crawford's going to get hurt, because Errol Spence Jr. is not Egis Kalvanakis. Terence Crawford is significantly fast. Errol Spence is significantly faster than Terence Crawford, and Errol Spence Jr. also finishes up with body shots and uppercuts himself. And that type of style with Errol Spence Jr. is going to get Terence Crawford beat up. Now, maybe Terence Crawford can switch up, and I can't even see him fighting on the outside with Errol Spence and doing that successfully. Because if he does that, Errol Spence Jr. is going to be able to hit him with the jab and cut off the ring. Terence Crawford is going to have to show something different than that fight. But again, people keep saying, well, he's not going to fight these guys like that. How do you know he's not going to fight guys like that? Every time Terence Crawford gets hit, Terence Crawford goes into fight mode. That's what he does. There's nothing different. That's how he got hurt against Yuriorkis Gamboa. He did the same thing against Victor Postol. He's never boxing these guys from the outside for 12 rounds. No, when he gets hit or somebody jabs him, he takes it personally and he goes there and fight. Now, the one thing that I will say he did that I think really just ended the fight for him was when he switched to the orthodox stance. When he switched right-handed and fought Kalvanakis right-handed, he started really tattooing Kalvanakis. Then he went back to the southpaw stance, and then that was it, because Egis Kalvanakis just couldn't think with him. But then again, Egis Kalvanakis just is not that good a fighter. But Terence Crawford did what he was supposed to. He did what he was supposed to do. He got that guy out of there. But I don't know if, and there's also, last thing, there's also something about whether or not, why is he fighting like that at the age of 33, at the age of 32, 33 years old? Terence Crawford's not 26, 27 years old anymore. And I don't think Terence Crawford is going to be floating around the ring and all that stuff at that age. First of all, I've never really seen him do that. But the fact that he's getting hit more, man, I don't know fighters that go from not getting hit a lot to getting hit a lot and then go back to not getting hit. They just slow down with age. And Terence Crawford is getting to be in the later stages of his career. He's going to slow down. When he slows down, he's going to start fighting more. And I'm telling you, I think that is a bad recipe for even a guy like Yordenis Ugas. That I would like to see Terence Crawford fight Ugas to fight Sean Porter. And when he fights those level of guys, those are a higher level of fighter. If he gets into that type of fight with those guys, you just don't know how that's going to turn out, especially since he's getting wobbled by Aegis Kalvanakis. But, you know, you let me know in the comment section what you think. But, hey, man, he's a terrific fighter, no doubt about it. And with that, I'm out.